Hey now, my name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and I just got done watching the pilot episode of Scream, the TV series. Yes, the show, the remake, reboot, whatever you want to call it, that's now on MTV. Scream, for anyone who hasn't seen my trailer reaction video when the trailer for the show first came out, and I ranted and I raved about how horrible this looked, how horrible I thought it was going to be. Well, even with all of that, even with me coming in with my preconceived notions and my prejudice against this show and how much I thought it would suck right off the bat, I tried to be optimistic on some level. I said to myself, let me at least watch the first episode. Give this the chance, because at the slight 5% chance that this could be even decent, I'll take that. Because that's how much I love that Scream movie, the original, the first Scream film. It's my favorite horror movie of all time. Alright, so after watching it, should I give my opinion of the whole episode first, or should I just go through the events of the episode? I'll just say my overall reaction was I might have to eat my words, because this wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It was fucking awful. It was just as bad as I thought it was going to be, as I said it was going to be. There's so much to talk about. Alright, the very beginning, when you see the blonde, Nina, I think the character's name is, and you see her, and she gets killed, Drew Barrymore style. I mean, I'm not saying that this opening scene was supposed to be the exact same Drew Barrymore-like kill, because it wasn't anywhere near as memorable, as epic, as awesome, but I'm just saying that's what they were doing. And you automatically don't care about this girl, because not only was she a bitch to the guy who she was with right beforehand, but she comes off as a really unlikable, just spoiled, stuck-up type of girl. So even though I knew she was going to die, I didn't care. Not only that, we had just seen that she was a part of one of the reasons why this video got leaked online of this other girl making out with this girl that she liked in a parking lot. I guess it's a whole big deal that this girl is a lesbian. In 2015, that's still a shocking thing to reveal. And so the whole time when the girl is sort of being stalked by the killer, and he's sending her like videos of herself on her phone, so she's freaking out of like the possibility of someone being in the house and stuff. And look, I get it. Scream 4 did something similar, where the killer got inspired by the film geek group of the school who was recording everything and putting it online. So the killers started to record all of their kills. Why not? At least that made sense. At least the killer gets inspired by a group of kids and says, okay, I'm going to record my kills and post it to sort of, you know, create some talk, some panic. Here, it's just he's recording himself as he's killing somebody just to send the videos to the person to fuck with them. Like, that's just stupid. It's stupid, and especially because I think it was like Snapchat videos, because they showed the countdown of how long the video was, like 7 seconds. I'm just thinking, like, is the killer really like making Snapchat videos while he's stalking this girl? Like, it's stupid. It's fucking stupid. You have the boyfriend's head cut off, thrown in the pool. She gets her throat cut. Whatever. Again, I don't care. I think what also will hurt this show, ruin this show, is the horrible acting. Just virtually, nearly, I won't say every single person, but damn near like 90% of the cast fucking sucks. Like, the acting is atrocious. The main girl, the main character, I mean, she's one of the main characters. It seems like there's a lot of main characters. But the main girl, who her mother, it was revealed that the mother had this dark past. Her name was Daisy, and someone was killed, yada yada, don't care. But this main girl, she's awful. She's horrible. There's so many times where she's trying to be emotional or sad and upset, and it's so fucking forced. It's so like there's no tears coming out of her, but she's like forcing it out. I'm just like, fucking stop. You're not Sydney, you're not Nev Campbell. Hell, you're not even, I don't know, name a newer actress that did a horror movie recently. I don't know. I watched this and I go like, yeah, this is bottom of the barrel acting. These are people who clearly it's their very first gig. And I know it might be a little harsh for me to shit on them. Is it their fault, or is it the casting director's fault for casting them, thinking that they're ready for something like this? Especially when you get to the point where they're in class, and of course the fake wannabe poor excuse of a Randy character. I forget the character's real name, but it's this kid who he goes on this long spiel on how you can't do a slasher movie into a TV show. You know, they mentioned Walking Dead, American Horror Story, all of these current shows on TV, which automatically means that this show will be obsolete and out of date in like 5 years. So that was smart to do a current reference. But he's going off and he's saying the obvious thing. It's almost like he's trolling the audience, saying everything that me and a lot of other people are saying about how dumb this is to make a TV show. And it's almost like you're further proving our point. I know you're trying to be ironic. I know you're trying to say that, oh, you can't do this, but we're going to do it and prove you wrong. I get that's what they're saying, but guess what? It's not going to work because we only had one kill in this episode, and it was lame. It was lackluster. And then throughout the whole episode, you have a bunch of, I don't want to say jump scare moments because it wasn't that bad, but it was like, oh, you think somebody's in the room with this particular character, the lights are off, and then no, it's not. It's a cop-out. So that's probably what most of this show is going to be. A bunch of cop-outs, fake-outs of people who you think are about to die and they're not. Is that supposed to be scary? Maybe it is. Maybe if you're 12 years old and you happen to be watching this show on MTV, that's, you know, because they don't play music anymore. No, they just have fucking TV shows, reality shows. That's what MTV stands for now. So, okay, fine. They're trying to be ironic, but still, when you get to the end of the episode and the same character is narrating, saying about how, oh, that's the point, though, that this show, you're supposed to care about these characters. You're supposed to care about this side plot, that side plot, whether she's going to forgive her boyfriend. And I'm sitting there like, I don't fucking care about any of this. Not one of these stories, not one of these characters do I care about. I just want to see people get killed. And I didn't even get too much of that. Sure, there was some blood in that kill, but what? I could go and I could put in the original Scream movie if I want to see some fucking blood. I could put in any slashers movie from the 80s that had some halfway decent blood and gore. Like, this is cheap. This is cheap. That's what this is. Of course, every single character on the show, you know, they look like fucking models, which is something I already complained about in the trailer video. So let's talk about the My Bloody Valentine scene when the mom gets sent a heart. It wasn't a human heart, but it was still a heart. And I'm like, wow, guys, so not only are we butchering Scream, but let's fuck up that franchise also. It was done. Even the My Bloody Valentine remake did it better than that. But last but certainly not least, I have to talk about The Mask, right? Because we've heard about The Mask. Hell, I even saw a picture of what The Mask looked like, but that doesn't do it justice. When you see it in live action, the mask, the costume, the appearance of this killer, you go, my first reaction was, wow, okay, you know what? It's not as terrible as it looked in the picture, but my issue is it still looks stupid. There's no doubt about it. But my point of it not looking as bad is that it looks close to the original Mask. So it's almost like either they wasn't willing to pay the extra money to get the rights for that mask, or they just wanted to put their own stamp of approval, their own version of this story, make it their own, so they made their own mask. And what's the point? If you're going to have a mask that looks a little similar to the old one, just use the old one. Why are we changing it? Why are we changing it to something that's less than? You know, if they use the original mask, then I would have nothing to complain about besides the horrible acting. Yeah, but okay, fine. So this guy's wearing this, what was it, like a trench coat? It looks like a coat from I Know What You Did Last Summer with this lame mask. It's lame. I'm not going to say it's a terrible mask, it's a horrible mask. It's just lame. It's lame. It makes me miss the original series movie. Okay, guys, I know there's going to be some people who are going to comment and disagree with me and say that I'm just ranting and raving and I'm just hating just because, but this is my honest thoughts. These are my honest opinions. Am I biased because of how much I love Scream? Maybe. That's very possible. But still, even on an acting level, on a writing level, I still think this is weak. I still think this is piss poor. I hope this show gets canceled. I hope it doesn't last a second season or whatever. Am I going to keep watching it? Fuck. Definitely not consistently. I want to say I'm not going to watch this. But it's, you know, it's kind of like a train wreck. I'm curious to see how much worse it gets. So I'm still undecided. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below if you too have seen the very first episode of Scream, the TV show. What did you think of it? Did you hate it as much as I did, or do you think I'm unjust? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later.